Hi, this is Aswathy, Assistant Professor, Department of Visual Communication, KSR College of Arts and Science. Today I am going to be talking about different types of shots and angles. Basically, we have to know what is a shot. Shot is a single frame which is taken when a camera is on and off. This whatever is captured between this period of time is called a shot. A collection of shots creates a scene. A scene is something which happens in a single setting. Okay, for example, if you are taking a video of a vendor selling vegetable to some people, it is basically a scene which is happening in the particular setup. The setup is the market where the scene is happening. Then a collection of scene is called a sequence. Sequence is the continuous scenes which take place in a coherent content. Okay, a collection of sequence forms a film. So this is a basic structure how the film process is happening. Okay, so we will start from different types of shots. Shot as a cinematic shot are defined as the amount of subject matter which is visible within a frame. So every frame gives us a lot of information. So different types of shots can give you different amount of information. The different types of shots are classified based on the subject matter which is visible inside a frame. The length of a frame can vary from a few frames or few seconds, and it can be a minute or more than that. First, we will be talking about establishing shot, which is also known as extreme long shot. The extreme long shot gives us a idea about the setup where the scene is happening. A large amount of information about the setting is given here. For example, if you see this image, you can see a great amount of details in the image. The setup, the kind of ambience or what are all there present in the scene is available in this shot. Okay. Next type of shot is long shot. In this, basically, if we are talking about a subject, head to toe of a subject is visible, or a crowd or a large buildings and landscapes are also visible in this type of shot. This is another example of a long shot. If you talk about this image, you can see that entire human being is visible, and there is a great detail about the background is given. You know where the subject is standing, from where he is facing the frame or the crowd. Next type of shot is called medium shot. Medium shot is something which is between a long shot and a close-up shot. It basically covers from head to waist level of the subject. It gives more details about the emotion which the subject is going through. If we see this image from Titanic, it shows the the emotions of the subject. They are having some peaceful environment, and you can also have a little detail about the setting or the setup where the scene is happening. Next type of shot is called close-up shot. A shot of a smaller object or face that tries to fill the frame. Basically, this type of shot is filled with the face of the subject or the object which we are trying to cover. If we see this image, the subject is fully filled in the frame and his emotion is visible clearly in this type of frame. Next, that's also another example. He is trying to convey some kind of emotion. Next, we are going to talk about extreme close-up shot. As we see in this first image, we can see that a small sticky note is being emphasized. Here they tried to show the content which is available in the notes. If we go to the second image, it's tried to show the features of some human being which is trying to convey some kind of emotion. So basically, this kind of shot is very important when we are trying to convey extreme emotions or trying to amplify some features of a subject. For example, when we see movie introduction scenes of heroines, you can see that they are giving extreme long shots of their eyes, nose, lips, or whatever body features of them, because they are amplifying the aesthetic sense of that subject. Another example is this image from Avatar, which emphasizes the anger or the aggression in the eyes of the subject, and the second image tries to give emphasis to the action that is happening there. They are trying to get more into the needle piercing into the human skin. Okay, so this is how we use extreme close-up shots in movies or frames or whatever it is. As we discussed earlier, a shot is defined by the amount of subject matter which is visible inside a frame. But when it comes to angle, angle is defined by where the camera is placed. We can say that the angle is determined by where the camera is placed and not the subject matter. The subject matter does not affect the angle of a frame or shot. Okay. So, we are going to talk about different types of angles. First one is bird eye. So, we are going to talk about different types of angles. First one is bird eye view, where basically the camera is placed directly overhead of the frame. It gives a godly experience to the viewers. We can say that in a setting something is happening which can be huge or little. A person is watching this from a very distant place, or the subject and the viewer does not have any connection. It gives a godly view to the entire frame. Okay. These are some examples of bird eye view. Next we will be talking about high angle. A high angle is when the camera looks at high angle is when the camera looks down at what is being photographed. It takes away the power from the subject. The subject or whatever is being framed is shown to be vulnerable, or to have a lack of power. The power is taken away from the subject. It gives a general overview of what is being happening in the frame. Next, this is an example of high angle shot. Here we can see that the subject is having a frightened experience, or he is going through some hell lot of a series of things. So, it takes away the power from the subject. It's basically gives less significance to the subject when we are trying to use high angle shot. The next type of shot is low angle shot. In low angle shot, the camera is located below the subject matter. It increases the height and power of the subject. When you are giving an introduction to some superheroes, you can use a very low angle which emphasizes the size. It increases the size of the subject and it makes the subject look more powerful. This is an example of that. Next, in this image also we can see that they are looking down into something which gives them more emphasis in the in this frame, and it makes them look more powerful. This is also another example of low angle shot from Avengers. Next, we will talk about oblique angle. It is when the camera is laterally tilted so that the figure appears to be falling down from the frame. When we take this example from Matrix, you can see that it's a fight scene where the subject is it's a fight scene where the subject is going to fall out of the frame. Okay, to create this impact only we are using oblique angles. It also sometimes try to convey a point of view of drunkards, or someone who is not stable. And this is an example from Harry Potter where a tension is being created. The entire scene creates a tension of what is going to happen next. Okay. Next, this is a scene from Batman. Here also a fight scene is happening and the subject is literally going to fall off from the frame. This is what we are trying to convey when we use oblique angles in frames or movies. This scene also is creating tension about the scene or what is happening next. And the other type of angle is point of view. Point of view is when you are showing the audience what the subject is actually seeing, like you experience what the subject is experiencing. These are some examples of that. We can see what the character is seeing. If we take this image as example, you can what we see is what the person of this hand, the owner of this hand is seeing, or what he is visually experiencing. So, that's called point of view shots. And next is eye level. Eye level is when the camera is placed at the eye level of the subject. These type of scenes are mostly used to convey the emotions of the subject and the scene when it is happening. It also try to show the expression in close up when some horrible news is conveyed to the subject. We can also see that in television production, newsroom production, and basically soap operas mostly use these kind of eye level camera shots. This is an example where we can see them reacting to some kind of news or some expression. Their expression is basically being covered in this frame. This is another example. So far we have learned about different types of camera shots and camera angles. We will meet again with a different topic. Thank you.